Eileo guys, and welcome back. So Gatito is finally coming back, and I figured this would probably be like the best time ever to go ahead and do this. But this video is just going to be about farming exotics and just overall MSL, I guess, MSL basics here. So before I even get into the whole Gatito thing, one thing that you guys need to concentrate on doing is one task at a time. So say for instance, like me, I've been trying to farm out some gold. As you guys can see, I'm at 30 mil right now, but I've been trying to farm out some gold before Gatito comes, because I know I'll be running the crap out of story stages hopefully until the event ends, and I'm trying to get all my Gatitos to Evo 3 if possible. So I'm not gonna have time to farm golems and sliming. I mean, I'm gonna have to give a day or two to sliming period if I want to do Heroes Festival, but that's why I'm trying to do that now, so once Gatito comes back I can concentrate on that. And this philosophy goes for anything in the game at all. If you're farming for, if you're farming for Super Evo stones, stay farming them. Make sure you're doing it during the story, but do that, come back every day and make sure you're getting what you need for your Super Evo stones. If you need star stones from the Starstone dungeon, if it's not an element and you just need like the raw gem itself, if I can find it real quick, like the high stone, what I like to do is I'll actually spend like a day or two. Normally I'll spend like the weekend, like Saturday and Sunday. I'll just set the game to run it for 20 runs, come back, it's done and over with, run it again. I just run it until I'm sick of it, and I try and concentrate on that. That way when I come to get high star stones, I have them. Same thing with the elemental dungeons. If you know that you have 2 dark mihos that you need to raise up, go ahead and spam dark dungeon all day. Spam it all day. If you need it, go ahead and spam it all day. That way you do it one time, hopefully within a week or two, or sometimes this lasts me like a couple months. Well, not a couple months, but at least a very minimum, at least a month, depending on mons that I've been evoing. But I haven't been, well, not evoing, but ascending. But I haven't been ascending mons too much lately because Gemini was meh, and I only needed the 2 Geminis, and it just hasn't been worth it. But with Gatito coming around, we can finally get the RGB to Evo 3 without sacrificing anything. So I'm definitely going to be leveling up mons. That's why I have all these high fire star stones, because I've been running it so I can be prepared for this. So I'm just stocking up for the situation. So with that being said though, the main Gatitos to look out for is, I wouldn't really worry about this Gatito package either. It's not worth 5k for a gleam egg. It's just not worth it, and you can catch, I'm assuming you can catch all of these in the wild anyways. So there's no point in this. Now if they're giving out like dark Gatitos like left and right, then yeah, even for like 5 purchases get you like a dark Gatito. Could be worth it, but definitely go for the dark one. Very minimum. I don't care who you are. If you don't have a Gatito, go for the dark one. Very minimum. He is one of a kind, I can tell you that. The light one is a sap and aggressor, which, I mean, he's like Dark Arthur, I believe. So discretion is advised. I'm aiming for him because number one, we can obtain him with pretty much ease, but also at the same time, I don't have any plans on using him, but I'll keep him around in case he ever gets a change done. But let's go ahead over here to the lovely map, and this is just talking about exotics right here. So when it comes to farming exotics, it really depends on where you're at in the game, on how efficient that you can do it. So if you're just a beginner and you've came to the game a month or 2 ago, I'm sorry that you don't have a siphon set yet, but do the best that you can do. And if you come over here to Pigos Coast, all you need is water mons, and if normal is the quickest that you can run a stage on, then run normal on gold. Like I said, I don't recommend XP because XP is going to come regardless. Gold does come regardless too, but I rather get more gold per run versus experience, because I'm going to be running it anyways because I'm farming. So I might as well get gold, because gold is an endless money pit, but experience one day, someday, will max out, if that makes any sense. So run the stages that you can do the fastest. If you can only do Pigos Coast on normal as your fastest time and it gets you in under a minute, do that. If you can only do Phantom Forest on normal and that gives you your fastest time, then do that. I mean, there's no other way around it. Extreme obviously is the best one to run it on, just because you get more money and more experience for your time versus the energy. But in terms of being energy efficient, normal is the best. I personally just farm on extreme. I have mines with siphon set, so I can pretty much farm anywhere that I want with little to no issues. So it really depends on where you're at. Now if you have a siphon set, again, Pagos Coast Extreme honestly is still a viable source to go to. Like, I tear this mess up, dude. I tear Pagos Coast Extreme up. I'll come over here to Phantom Forest. Like, nothing stops me. I go anywhere that I need Super Evo mats. So let me go over here back to the Super Evo menu real quick. So let's say I need some more dark zones because I got them dark Miho waifus. So I'm going to go over here and whoop, I need to go to Aurora Plateau on Extreme. I'll run Aurora Plateau on Extreme. Is it going to be the fastest time ever? No, I think it's roughly about a minute for me. Maybe a little bit less. I don't remember right off the top of my head. But not only am I farming resources for Super Evo, but I'm also farming gold. And I'm also farming experience to level up my mons. And I'm farming the new exotic. You know what I mean? So you're doing a couple of things at once. But what it boils down to is you focusing on one thing at a time. So even though I'm farming all this stuff out, my number one goal is to get as many Gatitos as possible so I can Evo 3 them. That is my number one goal. Focus on that one goal. Once that goal is complete, then stop. Stop. You're done. Congratulations. You've beaten the game. Move on to something else. But until that goal is accomplished, you need to stay with it, stick to it, and in the end, I find that this works out the best for me. It's not really stressful of me thinking about what I need to do today, because MSL isn't a multitask type game. It's a do this task is done, do this task is done. You know, so don't play yourself with that. But I definitely hope this helps. If you take anything from this video, if you don't have a Gatito, you need to get a Gatito. Focus on one thing at a time. If you need high stones, get high stones. If you need element stones, get element stones. If you're farming for an exotic, farm for the exotic until you've gotten all that you can or that you're satisfied with. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, to those without siphon sets, again, unfortunate, very, very sorry, but you should still be able to get a dark Gatito. Worst case scenario, he's worth the gleams in my opinion, especially if he has a square slot. He is worth the gleams. But that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Get your dark Gatitos. Get them.